Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you how to use Magnifier on GIGABYTE G7. So first I'm gonna show you that using the keyboard, then later on I'm also gonna show you how to do it by enabling it in settings. So with the keyboard, you should simply click on Windows key and plus at the same time, and it enables the zoom. You can see it follows your cursor, so it's great. If you want to zoom in even closer, you can click on Windows and plus again, or Windows and minus to zoom out, and Windows and escape to exit Magnifier. Now, we can also go to the settings, accessibility, and find Magnifier. Now, you can enable it manually here. You can also select it to start Magnifier before sign in or after sign in automatically. And you can set the default zoom level and zoom increment, which will be the amount of percents the zoom will simply zoom in. So if you set it to 5%, then the zoom in difference after clicking on Windows and plus again will be quite small. Let me show you that. So if you set it to 5%, then if I click on Windows and plus, it really changes it not too much. And now let's also see the view, because you can change the view. So you can set it to full screen. By the way, you can switch between these views with a keyboard shortcut, which is called Ctrl-Alt-D to set it to docked, Ctrl-Alt-F for full screen, and Ctrl-Alt-L for lens. But I don't really like remembering these, so what I prefer is to simply go into the settings and change it. But if you are planning on changing it a lot, it may be helpful to remember these, or just remember Ctrl-Alt-M, which will cycle through these views. And I'm gonna show you these views because they are quite interesting as well. So the docked one, if I enable the magnifier, it'll simply display a little bar here at the top with a few lines of the text zoomed in. If I also zoom in closer, it also works. It's like that. And it keeps my cursor in the center. So this is how it's all done. I think I can also move the docked view. Yeah, I can, for example, set it to be here, and now it'll work like that. I can also resize it as well, so feel free to resize it whenever you need. And now let's get to the lens view, which will display a lens around my cursor. So this is how this magnifier works, and it's all up to your preference and up to your need at that certain time. By the way, if you want, you can also go to the view and actually adjust a few settings. In the full screen, you can select the magnifier to follow your mouse pointer, keyboard focus, text cursor, and narrator cursor, or you can just disable some of these. And then you can select the mouse pointer to be kept within the edges of the screen or centered to the screen. If it's centered to the screen, you can see now it follows it like that. But I think that this within the edges of the screen is a bit less cluttered because it stays still until I move my cursor to the edge. And for other views like the docked one, you also get the magnifier following settings, and in the lens you can change the lens size. And I think that's everything. So that's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.